What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Devine, and if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you ain't new here, don't forget to like and comment. Also, be sure to hit that post notification bell so you don't miss me. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. And today's video is gonna be none other than a little small girl talk. I'm not gonna make this video too long, y'all. It ain't gonna be too long anyway because I only got like 4 tips on it. But today's video is basically gonna be about embracing your insecurities. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, when I came on here, I didn't know what I was gonna talk about. And as much as like in my notebook is basically like my hygiene videos and stuff like that, I didn't want to talk about that because I feel like I talk about that. I did my last 3 videos was basically on hygiene. And I don't want to forget the essence of my YouTube channel too, because I do girl talk too. Now, the reason how I came up with this topic is because I went back to the phone, y'all. Remember I told y'all back in 2020, 2021, before I even started YouTube, and then also when I was starting YouTube back, I came up with a whole bunch of different topics of what I wanted to talk about. So I didn't like anything that I seen in my book, so I went straight back to the phone. Yep. I went back to the old days and looked up all the topics that I had wrote down that I wanted to talk about. And embracing your insecurities was one of them. So, and then not to mention, y'all, I had also had a subscriber before asked me about, embracing their insecurities and, people not feeling, very secure with themselves. So I wanted to do a little video because we all have insecurities. In some way, some form, whether it's big, whether it's little, whether we healed over, whether we not healed over, we all have had insecurities or still are dealing with insecurities. And it don't always have to be physical. It could be mental, it could be spiritual, it could be anything. It don't just have to be with your looks, but most of the time it's physical. So I am here to help you get over and to learn how to embrace your insecurities. So without further ado, we're gonna hop right into this video. And let me get the phone, y'all. Remember the phone? Yeah. Y'all know when I have my girl talk, I gotta have my phone. So, hold on, y'all. Gotta get to it. Why you should embrace your insecurities, number 1. First of all, before we get into number 1, what is insecurities? Insecurity is just basically feeling... Let me tell you, insecure is just what it is. You're not secure. You know how people say, I'm secure with myself. I'm secure in a bag, right? The same way how you can be secure about certain things and be sure that you're secure, you can be insecure. You can be feeling anxious, uneasy, doubtful, fearful, not confident, not comfortable. That is what insecurity is. You're not confident about it. Whether it's, let me give you a prime example. Say, for instance, if you have big ears and you're not so confident about it because you don't like how big your ears is. That's an insecurity. You don't want to show them. You rather wear your hair down so it can cover so you don't see them. Or you rather do a certain style so you really won't notice how big your ears are. That's an insecurity. So I just had to break that down, what insecure is. And number 1 is why I feel like you should embrace your insecurities. Because 1, if you embrace your insecurity, no one can use them against you. No one can use something that you're embracing. You can't use nothing against a person who already embracing it. That's just like saying, you can't tear me down for a flaw that I'm already admitting, that I already know. I'm not in denial about it. So the best thing to do is what? Admit it, accept it, and move on. But it's always going to be somebody to point out your insecurity. I feel like if you're not all the way healed when it comes to something that you're insecure about, then I feel like you shouldn't be telling people. I feel like the only way you can really embrace your insecurity is when you fully are healed. Like you can joke about it. somebody can say something about it and you can laugh with them, or somebody can say something about it and you like, I already know that, you know, like you don't feel no type of way, no ill will towards that person because you already embracing it. That's the only way I feel like you should really fully embrace it. Now sometimes I don't feel like you should just throw your insecurities out there to people, because people will use them against you and they will wait till the right time to use it. So you got to be careful with that, to not just always throw your insecurities out there. So I feel like if you still going through your healing process when it's dealing with insecurities or things that you're insecure about yourself about, then don't really bring them up. Wait till you fully heal. Wait till you get your power back from that, and then embrace it. Throw it out there, because then no one can hurt you about it. So that's number one. Number two is God made you absolutely perfect. No mistakes when he created you. So I know this a little cliche to some people. A few people feel like, I already know that. But understand it when I'm telling you, God made no mistake when he made you the way you was. You are the way that you are for a reason. So don't ever doubt. Don't ever feel like you're beneath somebody. Don't ever feel like that you're inadequate just because it's some features on you or some things that you may do that you don't like or you feel insecure about. Because the things that you probably feeling insecure about could just be the things that just give you life, you know, later on in life, or become I'm trying to find like the right word for it. The thing that you feeling insecure about can be like one of your greatest gifts, okay? One of the things that people, you know, possess about you. Y'all, I'm so sorry, y'all. In my last video, you see I got cut off. I had a phone call, and then another day I had got busy. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just finishing up another day with the same video that I was talking about. So I'm gonna go start where I left off at. And if you remember, I left off basically telling y'all like your greatest gift can be from one of your insecurities, which brings me to number 3, because I believe that was number 3 that I was on. Number 3 is, I feel like your insecurities is what makes you different and unique. Now, here I go, y'all. I'm telling y'all one of mine, what it used to be. Not no more. No, you can't make fun of me. No, you can't talk about it. No, you can't hurt my feelings about it, because I'm okay with it. I accept it. I love it, and I'm owning it. And one of them used to be my gap. So if y'all can see, I have a gap in my mouth. In between my teeth, y'all see that gap? Yeah, when I was younger, it was much bigger too, y'all. But as I got older, and I guess, y'all, quick look, off subject, one of my wisdom teeth is growing in the back. Yes, I'm still that much of a baby that all my wisdom teeth ain't even grown. So, but anyway, y'all, as I got older, my gap got smaller. So one of my insecurities used to be my gap. I did not like my gap for nothing, y'all. I even went and brought those rubber bands to try and close my gap. And guess what, y'all? The moment I seen, not only, this was way before, so many people used to be like, don't close your gap. Your gap is what makes you unique. It's what makes you look different, and what makes you stand out. And you know, I wasn't trying to hit at y'all at first. I wasn't. Like, I was really set on closing my gap because I didn't like it. I wanted my teeth to be straight. I wanted to be those white perfect teeth that you see on TV. And one day, I kid you not, y'all, when I put those rubber bands on my teeth and seeing my gap was about to close, I said no. I said no. Because I feel like the moment I did, I feel like it was kind of God telling me like, no, don't do it. This is what makes you unique. This is what makes your smile different. This is what, you know, most people when they see me smile, they say, I like your smile. And sometimes I be thinking like, what are they thinking? Like, what are they talking about? Like, I got this gap in my mouth. And that don't even matter, y'all. It don't. I learned to love my gap on my own, because even when people was telling me, I wasn't hearing it then. I learned to love my gap on my own. And back to what I was saying before I started rambling. I had put the rubber bands on my teeth, not two front teeth. No, it wasn't the two front teeth. It was like this whole thing right here, because they say if you bring these closer, then these gonna go out of whack. So I had it like on these 4 teeth up here. Y'all see that right there? I had them rubber bands that you got off Amazon to close your gap. Mad you, it hurted. It hurted too. The moment I seen my gap this small, I said no. Because what I realized is that once you close this gap, you just gonna blend right in with everybody else. And I didn't want to blend in with everybody else. I did not want to blend in. I felt like I wouldn't even look like myself. I felt like I wouldn't even look right anymore. It's just something that just told me to stop. I took the rubber bands off. I threw them in the garbage. I threw the whole pack in the garbage, and I said, no, I'm gonna keep my gap, because that's what makes me different, and that's what makes me unique. Y'all know Michael Strahan ain't even closed his gap. That's his money maker right there. And I'm not saying that that's the same thing for me. I'm just saying that I felt in my heart that I want to look right, and I felt like I started to blend in with everybody else. I felt like I got a gap for a reason. I'm gonna keep this gap till forever. I don't feel like I need to fix it. Do y'all? No. So that was one of my insecurities, y'all. It was my gap. I love my gap. I keep my teeth clean. I try and keep it white and everything. So as long as I do that, as long as I ain't got no stanky breath, as long as I ain't got no yellow teeth, no, none of that, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my gap, y'all. And as y'all can see, my teeth down here is not even really straight. It's just like a little crooked off. I like that too. I was gonna fix that too if I could, you know, get them little things and fix it, but it's nothing in a rush that I'm in a rush about. Eventually I did want these down here to be straight, but as far as my gap, I'm not touching my gap. But I had to tell y'all that right quick, that was one of my insecurities, was my gap. I got another one. Remember I told y'all shouldn't be really telling y'all insecurities if you're not healed from it. I'm healed from it. I could sit here and laugh, joke, and ha he about it. I'm okay with it. It's not an insecurity no more. So it was my acne. Now if y'all can see, like, it's clearing up now, but if y'all can see, like, all of this and this and this and this, it was worse at first, y'all, and I was just like, it was a long story, but that was one of them. I'm okay with that. My face does this. I got extremely sensitive skin. 2 years, it can be clear skin. A year to 6 months, it could be going through the phase that it's going through now. But y'all, I'm working on it. It's clearing up. I'm doing good. I always drink my water, so yeah. But not to mention, what I was basically saying, what I gathered from this whole little topic I told y'all about, this whole little story, is basically your insecurities are the insecurities that you have about yourself physically. Is the things that make you different and unique. It makes you stand out from the rest. You don't want to never blend in. Nobody, that's no fun in that. I'm always okay with being a misfit. I love being a misfit. I love being an oddball. You know, so I feel like the insecurities that you think that you may have, that's different and it's unique, learn to love it. And if you can't, it's okay if you want to change it, but learn to love it first. And maybe you'll have second thoughts. So that was number 3. Number 4 is sometimes you have no insecurities to begin with. You was manipulated to think so, y'all. This is a real big one right here, because a lot of times we don't have no insecurities. A lot of times we are tricked and manipulated to think so, because a lot of times people get caught up in society, beauty standards and things of that nature. People get picked on when they was younger, like, oh, your nose is big, or oh, your lips is big. So in your head, it's an insecurity to you because these people pointing it out. But the whole time, these are the things, again, back to number 3, makes what you unique. What makes you unique, what makes you different. As you get older, people start to point out the things that people used to make fun of, and now people admire it. When you see people like, oh my God, your lips are so beautiful, they're so full, they're so voluptuous. Your nose, oh my God, your nose is such a perfect nose, the round nose, wide nostrils, or whatever the case may be. Those things start to get pointed out as one of the most things that people talk about that they love about you physically. So I feel like, again, a lot of times we be manipulated into thinking that we have insecurities when in our reality we don't. Don't let social media get you insecurities that you may never even had. You never even had this insecurity before until you went on social media. You never had this insecurity before until you followed this certain person or this influencer or this celebrity. You never had these insecurities until people made you feel like you did. You never had insecurities to begin with. We was manipulated to think so. We really don't even have insecurities, right? Let it be known, because the simple fact that God made us perfect in his image. He made no mistakes. Back to number 2. God made us perfectly in his image. Ain't nothing wrong with us. Now, I can understand some things, like I said, people want to fix or maybe nip, tuck, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. But to sit here and really think that the things that I wouldn't change or you shouldn't change, there's no insecurities with that. People just like to pick on people. People just like to say things and make people feel a certain way just because they may not be happy with how they look. They may not be satisfied with how they look. They may let social media and people get to their heads and they want you to feel the same way, so they project that insecurity onto you, which is not cool, because of course, people, if you're not strong enough, if you're not strong-minded enough, you'll let it get to you. You'll let social media get to you. You'll let society beauty standards get to you, when y'all know the society of the beauty standards of society right now is fickle, and y'all know that it change. It go up and down. It's big booty one minute, medium booty another, then flat booty, then all of this, then all of that, and then y'all just run with it. Stop trying to keep up with society's beauty standards. There is none. It don't exist. They just want you to think that. Again, that's just being manipulative and making you think you have insecurities and you don't. And again, if you're not strong-minded enough, then you will fall for it. You will. How I look at it, ain't nothing wrong with me. Something wrong with y'all. That's how I look at it. Ain't nothing wrong with me. So y'all, that is my 4 tips on why you should embrace your insecurities. Don't ever let nobody tell you different. And if you don't like something yourself on your own, not what everybody else talking about, if it's just something that you don't like about yourself, then try to learn to love it. And if you try and you feel like you can't and you feel like you want to do something about it, then you're free to do so. Go ahead. No judgment here at all. None at all. I just want you to really love yourself before you let anybody else tell you different. Okay? So again, thanks for watching. I love y'all. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also be sure to put y'all post notifications on so y'all don't miss me. And until next video, I'll see y'all again. I'm sorry, y'all, again, that I had to make this whole video 2 days later, but that's okay. But until next time, I'll see y'all.